Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be discussing the 2005 remake of the Bad News Bears. This is a remake of the original Bad News Bears movie series that took place in the mid to late 70s. Now, previously, I have done a review of the Bad News Bears movie series, but I didn't really give a real proper review of the 2005 remake. So I'm going to do that here. The 2005 remake stars Billy Bob Thornton and Marcia Gay Harden, and it is based on the original 1976 film. So almost 30 years later, they have this remake, and let me tell you, this is almost scene for scene of the original film. But the problem is that they changed a couple of the names of the characters, and a couple of characters that were completely unnecessary. And there were some characters that you didn't have in this remake. First of all, of course, I should give the plot of the movie. The plot of the movie is that Billy Bob Thornton plays Morris Boilermaker, a former Major League player who played for 30 seconds in the Major Leagues. Unlike the original Boilermaker, who was played by Walter Matthau in the original, who never got to the Major Leagues. Let's say they mentioned that Boilermaker got to the Major League drunk, and in the original Bad News Bears, Boilermaker he cleaned pools for a living. In the remake, Boilermaker was an exterminator. He goes from cleaning pools to exterminating, and he gets roped in to coach a brand new team in the original it was called the North Valley League. Now they're calling it the South Valley League, and I think it was filmed in almost the same park, a Little League field, and the original, because it looks like it's the same field. Maybe no renovations, but it looks like the same field from the original film. And he gets roped in. Now, in both movies, didn't do a good job in explaining how Boilermaker got roped into coaching, because Little League is volunteers. Everybody volunteers their time and the effort to coach Little League or to organize a Little League. They all volunteer their time. So Boilermaker, he kind of applies, how did he get roped in here? And so, because he got arrested for DUI or something. Well, implied he had to do quote community service. But meanwhile, he was getting paid by Councilman Whitewood, paid by Marcia Gay Harden. Now, that's one of the problems they had in this movie, is that they changed the gender of one of the characters. Because Councilman Whitewood in the original movie was played by Ben Gazzara in the original film. They changed it because they, except for Amanda Wurlitzer, she was the only woman or girl character in the original film. So they said, let's put another girl in here, and a possible romance between Boilermaker and Councilman Whitewood, which it does apply in this film. Implying that they might hook up, and they did have one scene where they did hook up in this movie, by the way. Councilman Whitewood is actually physically paying Boilermaker to volunteer to coach the new team, because she sued the South Valley League because they didn't allow her son to play on the team, which they didn't mention in this film. But in the remake, they didn't originally mention it. They just mentioned that it was unfair that all these boys didn't get a chance to play. The reason why they didn't get, except for maybe Whitewood, Toby Whitewood, the son, he was a decent player in the league, not great, but halfway decent. All the other kids were cut because they all stunk, and they were terrible ball players. But they felt that all the kids, it was unfair that they got cut because they stunk. I mean that's what they implied in this movie, and so but they, played the team, and of course we found out that they stunk. So they're all calling the Bad News Bears because they were bad news, because they were a terrible team, and they didn't play that in this film. Of course, they also implied the fact that they have to get a sponsor, for the team, to sponsor the uniforms. So what Boilermaker did, of course, he did imply that he that Bellmaker actually did go into Chico's bail bonds, which of course was a joke because he couldn't get anybody to sponsor the team. He went to different like trophy stores, make trophies for for kids and stuff. He went to those stores. He went to like 7-Eleven or Pizza Hut. They were always sponsoring other teams in that league, so he couldn't get anybody. So what he did was, instead of getting Chico, in the original movie was Chico's bail bonds. In the remake, Bellmaker does go into Chico's bail bonds to get a sponsor, but he didn't get. He actually do physically see a store of Chico's bail bonds in this movie. And I know there's an actual store, but they at least they pay a homage to Chico's in the remake. But he got a sponsor was a strip joint. So Councilman Whitewood was complaining they had a strip joint. So why they're legit business, a license and everything else, and they want to sponsor the league. And the joke was, throughout the rest of the movie, the girls from the strip joint was rooting for the Bears throughout the whole movie, which was made pretty was made pretty funny in the movie. And when of course they Bellmaker eventually got Amanda to play on the team, and also they eventually got Kelly Leak, and Bellmaker eventually got Kelly Leak to play on the team. When they finally win the first game, in the original movie they went to Pizza Hut and McDonald's. In the original trilogy, in the original films, you see McDonald's, you see Pizza Hut, and Circle K in the second film. In the original Bears trilogy, they went to Hooters in this movie, and it was a pretty funny sequence there. And with the Bears hitting on the Hooter girls and stuff like that, and the Hooter girls flirting with the kids and having fun with the kids and stuff. That was pretty entertaining segment. And then of course they eventually start playing the Bears, or the Bears start playing the Yankees in the championship game. And it's almost a virtual copy of the original of what happened in the championship game in the original movie, where the Bears were winning and they eventually lost, and lost on playing and the play in the plate. And it wasn't Kelly who got the big hit. It was who almost tied the game. It was like Toby Whitewood or Lupus got the big hit at the end of the movie and almost won the game, or at least tied the game at the end of the movie when it got thrown out of the plate. So instead of Kelly Leak, it was another player. So, but it was pretty much almost a carbon copy of the film, except for the one small fact that Engelberg was right-handed in the movie. In the film, he was playing lefty. And it should make that point out that he was betting right hand. And I think they would reverse it in the movie, the remake compared to the original movie, where but when Bellmaker was right-handed in the original, not Bellmaker, Engelberg was right-handed in the original movie, and the remake was playing lefty. But it had a similar incident in the film where earlier in the championship game, Engelberg hits a ground rule double. And so when it comes up the second time, I should also mention this, that they changed the last name of the coach of the Yankees, because the original name of the character was Roy Turner, and his son Joey Turner was the pitcher on the team. They changed the last name. They kept the first name, but they changed the last name in the remake. I forgot what they changed the remake's name to, but they changed the name. I should point that out. And what happened was when he came out the second time, he says, I want you to walk Engelberg. And Tony said, oh, no, I can get him out. I said, no, I want you to walk him. And what happened was, actually, of course, Joy threw at him. And so he comes out and he smacks him, shoves his ass down. So you did that shit you did that on purpose. No, you should never, ever do that crap on purpose. You should never throw at anybody on purpose. And of course, the wife curses him out, calls him a son of a bitch and stuff. He said, hey, told him to walk him, and he tries to hit him. And so what Joey did, he like lobs the pitch to Engelberg and he hits it for a home run. He actually hits the ball over the fence. But when the original film, Engelberg hits like a little chopper to Joey Turner, and he just holds the ball, he doesn't throw it. And then Engelberg eventually runs around all the bases, slowly around the bases until eventually scores, and to tie the game. In the original, this time he put the Bears ahead in this movie. But there's a small difference because I got on the original movie, and I didn't think it was a bad remake, right, compared to other remakes out there. But I felt that the Band of Bears did not deserve to have a remake. And I'm sorry. I mean, there's other movies or other baseball stars that should have their own movie or movie redone or something like that. Maybe you should have another Lou Gehrig movie or movie with Stan Musial or a Gary Corner movie or something. But to have, I feel there should be a Gary Corner movie or a Johnny Bench movie or Mickey. I know they had the '61 movie with Mickey Mouse and Maris, but if they're going to do a remake, at least have maybe do one of a baseball player instead of a movie that took place almost 30 years before this one. And Bob Thorne was not much of a drunk in this movie as Walter Matthau was. I mean, they tried to copy Walter Matthau by putting his own little spin on it. But I didn't think it was as bad as it was when I first saw it, but because I didn't really like it, because it was, I like the original one better, and the original one is better than this one. Let's stick with the original three films, and I should also point this out, that Tanner, I should say Tanner, the shortstop, who was this racist little kid in the original two movies, because he was not in the third film, he was only in the first two films. He was not as much of a racist in this movie because he would say all these racist epithets, and because to be politically correct, they cut a lot of the racist stuff out for Turner, and that's really a shame because it was part of the character. The character was this little racist kid, but that's what they did for the remake. So let me review of the 2005 version of the Band of Bears. So please click on the video, please rate it, please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at RallyC.com. That's all WDY.C.com. That's the homepage to Rally Reviewer, Christy Moore. Please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.